You pull the light switch, the lights don't come on. Are you sure everything's okay under the dash and throughout the rest of the car? One of the best ways to make sure it is to use a quality wiring system. I'd like to introduce to you the president of American Autowire, Mike Manning. Am I right?
Yes, sir, you are.
Wire makes all the difference in the world in the electrical components.
It's one of those things that's overlooked.
It's overlooked indeed, because everybody thinks about first making lots of horsepower, secondly getting it to the ground, sometimes in third is stopping the car, and everything else is beyond the secondary, way down below.
Well, you don't see it. Everybody tries to hide it.
Right.
And it's not aesthetically pleasing, so it's just one of those things that has to work the first time.
And besides that, it is somewhat confusing to the neophyte.
Which is kind of good. That keeps us in business.
That keeps you in business. Tell us about American Autowire.
Well, we're in business 22 years now. It's myself, my partner Frank. We started in muscle cars, primarily the OEM restoration market. And it was pretty much Camaros, Chevelles, Corvettes, trucks. And about 10 years ago, we took all that knowledge we had on OEM equipment and went into the street rod world. So now we have quite a bit of business that involves the merging of those markets together. Of course, the pro touring market, lateral G,
right,
crossover markets. It really forces us to marry late model technology to early technology, so we kind of have a niche in that market.
Well, it would seem to me that it would be advantageous to the car builder if he's going to, let's say, do a 34 Ford, to have 2005 technology throughout the car, and that is what American Autowire provides.
Well, what our function is that, first of all, give them a quality product, but a safe product. And anything, if it's 20 years or more older, God, you got to rip it out and throw it and start all over again. So when we're dealing with those cars, in a lot of cases, those early cars, you're dealing with 6 to 12 volt conversions, which means you got to rewire the whole thing anyway. So we try to marry the system we give them to the power handling that they need.
Right.
So we kind of try to.
So you match it to the car, what they're building. For the average person, how difficult is it to wire a car?
It's real. It's one of those things that you stay away from because people think it's a black art, but it's really not. Of course, we're going to say if you use one of our kits, but it's really not if you do. If the manufacturer can give you a logical approach to how to put it together and an organized approach and a good set of instructions, then you really can do it. The average guys are doing it every day. It's really not a black art.
It's not rocket science.
No, well, it's not rocket science.
It's just the ability to use some hand tools and your brain.
True, and it's most of the time you agonize over which way to route wire and hide it, and the hookup is actually pretty simple. We make it pretty simple, but it's just a matter of how you want to route it to the car that you're working on.
If you pick up any street rodder or street machine book today, there's a lot of different wiring companies out there. Product is available. What sets American Autowire apart from the others?
I would probably have to say our complete knowledge of the automotive line from our days of OEM through what we know about the new crossover market. So it makes it much easier for us to put those two technologies together. And that's the important thing that I think we have going for us. Aside from a unique aspect of what engineering we do and what we put into the systems ourselves from an engineering standpoint, if I had to place it, I would say it's the overall knowledge. Our tech guys are really good. You can get one of our guys on the phone and you can hit them with just about anything and they'll be able to help you.
They can work you right through it.
They'll work you right through it. They'll work you, but they'll work you right through it too.
Michael, what's in the future for American Autowire?
Well, we're always looking at new products. We're doing a lot of work now with LED lighting technology in older cars. New systems for, you're familiar being California, the creeping 30-year rules and all this, and what cars and trucks become available now for resto status. Those things we're looking at. There's a market that, at least for OEM, needs to be addressed, and that's one of the things we'll do. And the marrying of fuel injection to early systems is certainly, you have braking systems and high gauge systems, all which are becoming increasingly complex. So we need to keep our fingers on those.
Yeah, my 34 Ford I'm referring to has got everything brand new in terms of the technology, lighting, the gauge package, the fuel injection, all of the stuff, the electronic transmission control, and all that's affected by the wiring as well.
Absolutely. We're doing a project for, I've always been a Camaro person, so we're doing a 69 Camaro now, but about the only thing that's 69 is the shell.
Yeah.
Everything else underneath it is brand new.
Sure.
And updated technology. We're putting a brand new LS7 motor in it, and T56 6-speed, new gauge cluster. God, there's so much. The seating alone, heated seats, electric controls. I mean, there's so much we have to do. There was a time when we first started this, we had circuit numbers, being GM, they circuit number, they were in the hundreds. They're approaching over 2,000 now. There's that many circuits in the cars.
That many circuits in the car.
Yeah.
Amazing indeed. To American Autowire, we say thank you very, very much,
you.
and thanks for joining us, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike Manning, president of American Autowire.